What's up, guys? Alex Keeson here. Good morning. This has been another wonderful week, and I know you haven't, and I haven't had a chance or an opportunity to really share more videos throughout the week with you guys. And I do want to let you know that I was still making to the gym every day, well, at least Monday through Friday, and I've been putting in the work as I've committed to. So this is actually a day 60. So of me working on a habit of getting up at 4 a.m. and then spending an hour or so in the gym. And so an idea here was to, well, do it for myself to create an ability to actually do a physical activity and begin developing more commitment, I guess, to and desire to be in the gym and to do the physical activities, contribute to my health and body. And but the other thing, I guess the reason why I decided to do that is also to test the habit creation process or habit creation loop, which typically it said that it takes about 66 days or so to establish a new habit. And this is a day 60, so I have 6 more days to go. So I'll be sharing the progress with you. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that and now I do get up without the alarm right at 4 a.m. sometimes 4:01, but it's so the habit, I feel like it's there, it's established for me to make the physical activity of actually getting up and force myself to go to a gym. Now I can tell you that it's still extremely difficult, and I don't think that will ever change. As far as getting out of your bed and actually going to forcing yourself to get up and go to a gym when it's so early, especially doing any type of physical activity. But I almost call it a zombie walk, because that's kind of what I look like when I go to a gym. But it's a process, and I'm happy that I'm doing it. Hopefully, by doing that and by sharing this progress with you guys, that encourages some of you to spend more time investing into your personal growth, into your personal or in your health, whether that's from eating better or spending more time doing some physical activity, walking, running, working out, whatever that may be in your case. So, but that's one thing. The other thing I just wanted to quickly add to this particular video is just to remind about, or talk briefly share the point of adding to our growth or removing from our growth. What activity, how do we view each particular situation? How do we view each particular obstacle or opportunity or failure? And I feel like a lot of times in many of in our lives, we look at situations and we tend to, whether it's positive or negative, but we seem to add too much value and too much care for things that's outside of our control. We focus too much on things that we cannot control, or the things that do not contribute to our personal development, to our happiness, to our growth. And then we're wasting that precious time and the energy, the nerves, and just on things that really don't necessarily matter. The things that they're not going to change anything in our life or in our future, in our development, but yet we still tend to focus on them or worry about them, and that's just hurting us in the short term as well as in the long term, because we just, instead of focusing our efforts, instead of focusing our energy on the things that really do matter, on things that do contribute to our development or to our lives, we tend to focus on something different and waste that very important and precious precious resource that we have, which is time. And you know, I'm not saying that I'm not guilty of that. I'm guilty of doing the same exact thing. And but one thing is to, you know, what's important is whether we're doing this activity now or we have been doing this activity. It's about to look at and find the ways how to develop and improve ourselves and develop our processes and change our processes to make sure it's more beneficial for what we do moving forward. Just make sure that if you have been doing something that perhaps you shouldn't have, and you had a habit that you were that were part of your life, but then you realize that this is not helping you in any way, and how to change that. Those are the things that we all need to think about, and then when we do realize and there's an opportunity for us to change, is to actually change. So oftentimes we think about you know, situations where, whether it's in the workplace, where it's with one of your colleagues, your business partners, you know, at home, or anywhere else you may be, and you're thinking about, you know, for example, you know, a plane, you know, you're sitting in the airport, you're traveling on a business trip, and the plane gets delayed, and then you start really focusing on that. You start worrying about, you know, what's going to happen. You know, you're going to miss the flight, and you know, perhaps you're going to miss the flight, or potentially, you know, you're not going to make to that important meeting, or be late. So you know, our mind just start going there, start thinking about all these negative things and what may happen. But it's instead, you know, think about, you know, how's that impacting your emotional state? How is it impacting your energy levels? How is it impacting your, you know, how you feel in general? And I'm pretty sure it's not helping in any way, shape, or form. So instead of worrying about it, you know, because there's really not something you control. I mean, you can't get out of the plane before it landed, right? So you want to make sure that you allow for, you know, focus on the things that you actually do control and you're able to control. So even if that happens, you know, once you, you know, for example, in this plane situation, right? Once you landed and you're able to speak with the gate agent and then see, perhaps there are solutions, perhaps there are ways for you to get on the next plane, or you may be even you know, be able to make it maybe in those few minutes that you have available to the next plane. But you just don't know. But you start focusing on the negative consequences, on negative things and things that you cannot control while you're still, you know, in the air. So why do that? Give yourself an opportunity to address. Give yourself a chance to fix it. And if you can't, there's always options. There's always solutions. But we just tend to, you know, care too much about the things that we cannot control. This is just one example. You know, there's hundreds of examples that we can all come, I'm sure we can all come up with. You know, stuck in traffic and being late to work, or you know, project that's not going the way it's supposed to, or whatever. I mean, there's just so many different things. So I guess the main thing I just wanted to mention in this quick video is that focus on things that you control. Give you energy, things that's developing to your growth, developing to your future, adding to your happiness versus removing from it. And focus on items that you can help to change. And if you can't, ask yourself a question: is it really worth you worrying about it and thinking about it before, you know, instead of looking for a solution, instead of looking for a different option, a different way to handle this particular situation? So think about that. So this is one of the challenges for you guys. So let me know what you think. Let me, you know, share your examples. I would love to hear your feedback as always. And I'll chat with you soon. This was Alex Keeson. Take care.